So I haven't been on here in a while, but trust me, there's a good reason why, and probably a reason that a lot of you deal with. Satan himself grabbing your ball sack and giving you testicular torsion, or in other words, college finals. Back in the olden days, when dinosaurs were roaming the earth, the wheel was being invented, and the first episode of One Piece was being made. There were two people, Adam and Adam's side chick, Eve. They both lived in peace and had everything they wanted. The only catch was that they had to listen to Drake every single day. But the task was too hard. None of them could handle the absolute trash of Drake's music. And they folded. So as punishment to the human race, God decided that he would punish all of us by giving college students finals week. And if you don't go to college, or maybe you're a business major and you don't know what finals week is like, let me try to put it this way. Imagine someone handcuffing you, getting a baseball bat, and smashing your kneecaps in while donating all of your money to the National Furry Convention. Or if that example doesn't work, it's basically just a big test that you take at the end of all of your classes. But basically no one wants to do it. And it's the deciding factor on whether someone's going to have a good rest of the month or not. Now listen up. I've said before, I am not the most studious student. I mean, I'm here making YouTube videos instead of figuring out how I'm gonna financially support myself in the next month. So while I take all of my classes and maintain a passing grade, I'm not exactly aiming to be the valedictorian every year. Like, bro, I just be taking my classes. And last time I mentioned that on this channel, I got flooded with so many comments telling me, oh, this guy sucks because he doesn't study like the rest of us. Then he complains about his school. And they're right. That's exactly what I do, so keep watching. There is absolutely no way that I am the only person who uses AI to pass all of their classes. And if any of my professors are watching, it was just a joke. I don't actually do that. Yes, I do. But the issue with finals week is you have to do the test in person. Or at least that was my case, and a lot of other people's cases too. So I had to completely abandon my technique of looking everything up on AI. And I had to actually sit down and study. I felt like I was in the 1740s when computers were just being made. I mean, how do you even study? Someone tell me right now what the correct way of studying is. Anyways, I had decided that the best thing to do would be to not study until the night before the exam. And when that dreadful night came, I had achieved the impossible. I started learning, and I studied for 5 hours until 3 a.m. when I decided it was time to stretch the old Johnson. And so the next day, I went into my class, looked into the eyes of all the scared and frightened students, sat down, and started taking the test. Then I looked to my left and I seen a guy using his phone. What a risky move, but I admire it. And the fact that he had to put his trust in all of the students sitting right next to him, including me, I salute you. I salute you. I really want to know if he passed. I mean, there I was sitting on 2 hours of sleep, having studied 5 hours, and then I look to my left and this guy's over here just using his phone. I mean, what a badass, dude. He bows down to no one. I just want you all to know, if you ever have the opportunity to cheat and get away with it, do it. Only success comes out of cheating. Look at the 2016 Patriots. But in all seriousness, I do want to know if anyone's actually been able to cheat on their final exam and get away with it. Please let me know your tactics so I can use them on my next final. People hate it when you talk about not trying on classes that you paid for, but I think people need to start looking at cheating as a skill. If you're a good cheater, then you can get through anything. The only people who say lying is bad is people who can't do it. But anyways, I did actually pass my final without cheating, so I'm gonna have a good rest of my month until I have to enroll for classes again.
That was an absolutely horrendous performance from start to finish. That was a masterpiece of dog shit.
But I can't imagine what it's like to have spent months in a class just to fail your final and have to take the class the next quarter. It really must ruin your whole month. And then when people start asking you, oh, how'd your finals go? Are you gonna tell them the truth and say that you just failed the class you spent 3 months in? And then you'll ask someone how their final went, and they'll tell you about the easiest class they ever took. Someone told me they took a PE class and their final was just to walk around the school. Imagine being the kid that failed that final. At that point, it's harder to fail that than it is to pass. You have to actively try to not work. There's so many people I know who just take Mickey Mouse classes because they have nothing else to do. Like the type of people who aren't working towards a degree. They just need to waste time in college, so they take classes. And oh my gosh, I hate hearing these people during finals week. Oh man, I hope I do well on my choir final. Man, shut your bitch ass up. You'll be over here thinking, I just sacrificed my little brother to Satan himself so I could pass my calculus exam. Then these dudes will be over here saying, man, my crochet 101 class has been really hard this quarter. I'm really hoping I can pass the final. But anyways, finals week went alright. I'm practically a solid B student at this point, and I already forgot absolutely everything I learned. To all my college students out there, I hope your finals went good too. Go ahead and let me know how it went in the comments, and stay tuned for the next video where I'll talk about my parents' divorce.